Hey everybody, hey everyone, I'm undergoing a audible call from my common line of topics because this is really important. It just popped up in my email about now 10 minutes ago, and it's by Sukhinder Singh Cassidy. And Sukhinder Singh Cassidy is the president of StubHub. It's an organization I've had a long relationship with going back to when it was formed, and I learned about it in 2003 from my then business partner Dan Rasher when we started Sports Business Simulations, and we were driving along after a meeting, and Dan said, "My wife's best friend's husband started this company called StubHub, and the husband of Dan's wife's best friend, his name was Jeff Floor, and they were using something called affiliate marketing." And he said, just put this little link on the front of our website to drive traffic to them and we get a percentage. So I did. And about 4 months later, I got a call from Jennifer. And Jennifer had said to me, "Hey, we're checking in because do you realize that you've made, how much was it? It was $1,144 just from that little, on the bottom of the website. Okay, on the bottom of the website, all right, that little link." And I thought, are you kidding me? So I started emphasizing it. And the Jennifer that called me, her name was Jennifer O'Neill. And Jennifer O'Neill actually was the voice and face of StubHub. And I kept saying to Jennifer, "Hey, you should go out there and start your own company because they got your face all over the place. They got your voice all over the place." And so I kept saying, you should start your own company. And to make a long story short, she actually did just that. That's Jen O'Neill. And Tripping has become a very successful company. And she launched it in 2010. And she's raised 55 million in funding from investors. So she listened to my yada 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 stuff and just took off with it. I'm very proud of her. But I digress. StubHub has went on to bigger and better things itself. It's become the worldwide secondary ticket market standard. It basically created the secondary ticket market and then enhanced it. But now it's, the president put out the message I'm going to read to you right now without any further ado, and it goes like this. Zenith, in the last few weeks have transformed all of our lives in ways we could never have imagined. I wanted to take a moment to share some of the actions we've taken as a company in support of our customers, our partners, and employees. We've spent 20 years bringing the joy of live to buyers and sellers worldwide. We are now doing our best to navigate an unprecedented situation for all. Our commitment is to continue to communicate with you regularly on the actions we are taking during this very difficult period until the live event industry can resume as normal. Thank you for your patience and the trust you've shown thus far. Our updated buyer and seller policies. Listen to this because I'm going to read this very carefully. In the US alone, more than 23,000 events have been canceled, postponed, or rescheduled in the past 3 weeks alone, and we expect to see many more. Effectively, overnight, the live event industry has come to a standstill for fans, sellers, teams, leagues, artists, venues, and other supporting businesses. We've worked hard to create a platform that serves both buyers and sellers as a trusted marketplace. As a convenience to buyers, acting as an intermediary, we've historically made the decision to refund them before collecting money from the seller. I'll repeat that. It bears repeating. Okay, I'll repeat that. We've worked hard to create a platform that serves both buyers and sellers as a trusted marketplace, as a convenience to buyers, people who are buying tickets, say, to a upcoming concert, for example, Taylor Swift, July 25th, one hopes, at SoFi Stadium, a buyer. As a convenience to buyers, acting as an intermediary, StubHub, we've historically made the decision to refund the buyer, you, before collecting money from the seller, which would be somebody else out there that had the Taylor Swift ticket that chose to put that ticket on the secondary ticket market. That could very well be a broker. Okay. We've also historically offered sellers, let's say brokers in this case, more convenience by paying them for ticket sales on our platform before events actually happen. So if you're a broker, you had the comfort of knowing that StubHub was going to pay you before the event actually happened. And under normal circumstances, hey, you got paid for the tickets you put on their site, and StubHub was able to recoup that payment without a problem under many circumstances, most. As is written here by the president of StubHub, under normal circumstances, these processes are manageable. Given the impact of the pandemic, it is not possible to sustain this practice in the near term. In other words, StubHub cannot give brokers money up front anymore. They cannot give people who intend to sell their tickets to events money anymore. They can't even do that for large-scale affiliates anymore. This impacts every potential ticket buyer and seller. This impacts every potential ticket seller and every ticket seller out there in the universe that StubHub works with, and that's everybody. So I'll repeat, given the impact of the pandemic, it is not possible to sustain this practice in the near term. We are facing significant timing delays in recouping funds from the thousands of sellers on our platform and expect these challenges to continue in the coming months. In other words, normal circumstances, seller puts their ticket, particularly an active big money seller, puts their ticket on StubHub or Sarah tickets. StubHub pays them back because up front, they have buyers out there that are swapping up these tickets. Okay. So for an event like Garth Brooks, which was said to have sold out of Allegiant Stadium, if ticket, and this is a bad thing, if that sellout was due to ticket brokers, sellers, expecting StubHub to give them a pay, guess what? StubHub is not compensating them. StubHub is not compensating them. All right? So I'm going to repeat what I read for the third time and then continue. Given the impact of the pandemic, the coronavirus, it is not possible to sustain this practice in the near term. We are facing significant timing delays in recouping funds from the thousands of sellers on our platform, and expect these challenges to continue in the coming months. At the same time, buyers expect immediate refunds. As a result, we've enacted new policies in the United States and Canada that we believe are clear and fan first. Here's the policy for the buyer. So this represents all those folks out there that bought Taylor Swift tickets, okay? Or any ticket, all right? And because what happens is that the seller gets the money from StubHub basically even before they put the tickets up there officially to be sent out. The buyers normally turn around and order, okay, those tickets. And what happens is that those tickets, because they are placed there when they're available by the seller, are transferred by StubHub, or StubHub has what I call a marker to make sure that the buyer has evidence that they have purchased that specific seat, that specific ticket, okay? But what's going on is that because the sellers aren't getting paid, they in turn are not able to provide the inventory, and so therefore StubHub cannot release the money because they didn't give the money to give back to the buyer. This is a nasty situation. It's a very nasty situation. And so they say, we are facing significant timing delays in recouping funds from thousands of sellers on our platform and expect these challenges to continue in the coming months, not just one, but several. At the same time, buyers expect immediate refunds. Hey, I don't want my ticket, give me my money back. As a result, we've enacted new policies in US and Canada that we believe are clear and fan first buyer policies. We understand fans are disappointed and concerned by these large-scale event cancellations. We were the first in our industry to begin offering customers 120% credit for the canceled purchase as a thank you for remaining patient in a very challenging period. In the first 2 weeks of offering this option, approximately 70% of customers opted to receive this additional future value. Wow. Recently, we announced this as our standard policy for canceled events, with refunds available in jurisdictions where they are required. Coupons can be applied to one or more multiple StubHub orders in the same currency. If your order is less than the value of the coupon you received, you can use the remainder on another event. That's nice. So basically, they're paying you 120% credit over your ticket. And if your coupon is less value, you can keep the difference. You don't have to worry about giving them money back. If your order is less than your coupon value, you can use the remainder on another event. Seller policies. Meanwhile, sellers on our platform also face challenges. Music and sports fans, season ticket holders, and business sellers are unclear if teams and primary ticketing companies are providing credits or refunds for the tickets they had previously bought and subsequently sold on StubHub. We are working with the thousands of sellers across our platform to understand options and timing for repayment to us for tickets of canceled events. So basically, StubHub, in normal fashion, has given sellers money upfront in anticipation for the placement of tickets. But with all these canceled events, that hasn't happened. This continues. Again, I'll repeat. We are working with the thousands of sellers across our platform to understand options and timing for repayment to us for tickets of canceled events. We've also updated our seller policies going forward to manage future risk. You can read more about our updated policies. There's a click here on the letter that he sent. And if you want to read more about those updated policies, they are at basically https stubhub.custhelp, custhelp.com. It's again https colon double slash backslash stubhubcusthelp.com backslash app backslash answers view. But you just go to stubhubcusthelp.com, you'll be taken there. Now, the StubHub Help Center. Okay. Beyond our customer community, we are doing our best to keep our employees safe and manage business operations. Our first priority has been to make sure our employees are in a safe environment. With work from home enacted early and quickly across our multiple locations, we have also moved quickly to manage our business operations and spend in response to COVID-19. Despite these changes, our teams are continuing to serve our buyers and sellers uninterrupted, and I'm extremely proud of their dedication and resilience. As a leader in our industry for over 20 years, StubHub is committed to helping those in our industry most affected by the coronavirus. We are happy to be able to use our previously allocated StubHub Foundation funds to provide relief assistance of up to $125,000 to nonprofit partners, including Sweet Relief, Music Cares, and Broadway Cares, which are helping impacted workers in our industries. We are so grateful to our community and hope that you and your loved ones are safe and healthy. We will continue to serve you as our customers and partners today and in the future, and look forward to all being able to come together again and experience the joy of live entertainment when the time is right. Best, Sukiter Singh Cassidy, President, StubHub. Wow, that is sad. There are a number of words that come to mind. Sad is one of them, but he announced that there were 23,000 canceled events. And basically, you have all these sellers that had placed tickets with StubHub or planned to, but got paid beforehand, because the event was far off in the future, right? And StubHub suddenly has been informed of these cancellations, gave the money, and is obviously having a hard time getting their money back, because in a normal situation, if the process worked, then the seller would have given StubHub the money, and that would be reflective of the tickets, the fact that the event was going on. And therefore, the buyer would have an expectation that the tickets would be there. I think everyone watching this has used StubHub multiple times. But that's no longer the case, because StubHub is quite literally, if you think about the dynamics of what the StubHub president reported, it implies a spiraling down. You've got event cancellations, which means smaller payouts because there's smaller events using StubHub's service. Because you have small events, number of events using StubHub service, StubHub's overall revenue is less. So guess what they're going to have to do? Eventually lay off people. So what we're seeing is the beginning of a negative ripple effect caused by the pandemic. And I think more important, caused by necessary policies called shelter in place and limiting of the size of number of people gathering in any particular area, just simply to increase the probability that we will live through this. All right. So I wanted to alert everybody to that. This is a sad bit of news. Unprecedented for StubHub, represents StubHub having to respond to a very collapse in the market that it was designed to reflect at a scale unlike anything the company has ever seen. Any company. So I wanted to report that to you. Make sure that everybody has that information. Please subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube, bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com, and zenny62.com as well. And let's work on getting through this.